All right, y'all, it's Captain RL, Bottom Fish 24/7, and Josh, we're gonna mess with these 250s on my 32 Grady again. This motor, when we flushed it the other day, it ran a little bit hot after about 15 minutes. The barrel water was at about 80, and it ran hot, so that's not good. So we're gonna change the water pump. So stand by, check it out. Okay, as y'all probably know, you got to get out all the bolts first. And the one that'll get some people sometimes, this anode comes through this little cap butt piece here and bolts on. Your lower unit ain't coming off without taking this bolt out. So the ones that you see are obvious, but there is one in here.
Yeah, in order to get that, you got to take the zinc off to get to the bolt.
These F250s, these are 06s, but man, we've got 5,000 plus hours. We got one on a charter boat, same model. It was 05 actually, exactly. We got over 5,000 hours out of them, so they're really good motors.
And it was still running.
It was.
It just, the copper water tube.
The pickup tube. The pickup tube. It runs from the water pump housing up to the power head. It was corroded up at the top. Mm-hmm. So before
and you can't tell that.
No, you can't tell it. So before we realized what was going on, had to run from a storm, ran it hot, then it was blowing steam after that, didn't smoke, so we shut it down, did a compression test.
It was done.
No bueno, not good.
And it was even then it was still pumping water.
Yeah, it was.
It just wasn't enough at that higher RPM to cool that engine.
That's what it was. So at the high RPM, that pickup tube in these motors, you got to watch this thing. This is why you need, doing the water pump, even if you don't change it, you got to pull this to know, because that thing's made out of copper or bronze, right?
Yeah.
And it gets pinholes in the top of it.
Yep.
There goes your water pressure.
Yep.
And,
it'll also chip around where it goes into the housing, and it'll chip around the bottom where it goes into the
that's right.
into the
housing. It was doing that too.
Yes.
And it starts sucking air right there, and there goes pressure.
But your P stream will be fine, but at those high RPMs, it won't allow
push it. Yeah,
enough water.
And it's too much heat. It's too much heat at 6,000 RPMs or whatever so it's going to run hot.
Yep.
Which is what you ran into.
Yeah.
And that's what blew the motor up. So there's really nothing wrong with the engine when we blew it up on that other boat. I mean, I got 12 years of use out of that thing, so I hated to see it be messed up like that, but it was what it was. Some customers were in a thunderstorm, had to get home. Unbeknownst to Josh and me, though, we didn't know it was going to blow up because we don't usually run it wide open, but that day we needed to, and we found out how bad that pickup tube was, so you got to check it. Yep. That's just the bottom line. And the only way to check, you can't see it, so you've got to pull some of it apart completely to know. Hey, yeah, that's why. Yeah, sure. And the bolts will come loose.
Yep. So when they come loose, it'll sound like your lower unit's about to go.
Yeah, and your prop thrust is hitting that, and this is the noise it makes. When you put it in gear, it does this. So you think automatically that your lower unit's fried. You trim up. Check that first. Just reach down there with your hand or your brush, your boat brush with your gaff, whatever, and shake it. Bet you it's loose.
That you have to take out.
Total 8 bolts, 14 millimeter, 9/16, like you said, whichever.
There's 6. There's 3 on each side here. Once you take the zinc out, there's 1 here and 1 under this big hole here, and then that'll drop down. And
she's coming off the dowel pins down. Then you're gonna feel some serious weight
like that. Man, that thing's heavy.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
And so you'll like our stand. We have the old dirt stick stand where we just
job it down
stick it in the dirt.
You can see that pickup tube right there. That's what you want to check, because when that thing starts getting cavitation holes in it and just oxidizes, you're gonna lose water pressure.
That's usually sitting right there. I don't think you see
Old pump. The old.
That's not good, man.
Nope.
The end of the fins aren't too bad, but I can see they're getting flat.
And they're just, you can tell they're just worn.
Yeah, they are.
So
That's why I
take that off. Sometimes you gotta get a screwdriver under there to get this plate off these pins and that gasket. That's what it looks like. Gasket was still pretty good. What we also like to do is take that wire wheel and hit these pins, get any corrosion off so you've got a good connection. And this is the new Yamaha water pump repair kit for this 05 all the way to the new ones are the 61 Alpha Whiskey 0078 Alpha 4. That's going to come with your impeller. It's going to come with the entire kit minus the actual plastic housing. But it's going to have your metal cup that your impeller goes into. It's going to have your impeller plate. It's going to have all new rings right there. It even comes with new bolts. 4 of those. And then your gasket. We like to make sure that surface is nice and clean. So when we go on with our new gasket, we're good to go. And there's only one way that this will go on. Put it on there, it won't line up quite right.
Yeah, they got that idiot proof, don't they?
Yep, so you just flip it over, and when she goes on, it's good to go.
Okay, you can see the grooves in that thing.
Yep.
You can hang your nail on that, and you can hang it up for water pressure when that gets bad through that groove right there. You see it. You want to use everything in here if you can. Yep. Everything in the kit.
So we're going to take that. Take note of which way the rotation is going. As you can see, it is, if you're looking at the pump itself from the bottom, the fins are twisted to the right, so it's a left-hand twist right there. Twist that on out. See that?
You got chunks missing out of it?
It does right there.
I thought so. Yeah, it's done. Oh,
yeah.
That thing's fried, man.
That's done.
That's why right there.
And always have you a handy-dandy screwdriver to get that gasket out right there.
They give us another one of those?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Let me see this thing, man.
This is the gasket kit.
Look at this thing, yo. Look at this thing. It's got chunks missing out of it. The edges are flat. The shape of it doesn't mean much because it's going to curl like that. When there's pits and chunks going out of it, and it's flattened off like that, coming off on your fingers. Pretty bad shape. That's been a few years, I hate to say. Most people will go in here and just change the impeller out because that's really all it needs, but that ride plate don't need to have that bad groove in it like that. Probably an impeller would run it for another, who knows how long. They'd get the pressure back up, but it's not going to need to change everything.
And under that metal cup, there's another gasket right there. So
Kit should have that too.
Yep. So the whole kit right here, this is their gasket kit. It's gonna have your big gasket right there. That's gonna go on the outside edge of that water cup right there. Your little gasket right there, that's gonna go on the inside of the water cup right there. So we like to put this Yamaha WR number 2 on there. Give a little lubricity to it. Keep everything nice and coated.
Yeah, help you seat them O-rings a little better too.
Yeah.
Now the other one's the bear that goes on the housing.
And these cups have 2 little notches sticking down that's going to go in and lock it in. But we still like to put a little bit on the outside of that cup so it goes in easy. So we take a little bit of that grease. And this is a water repellent grease specifically for Yamaha stuff.
Yeah, and it's not cheap,
No.
but it is really good stuff.
That's gonna slide on down in there. Look how easy that went in there. There it is. And it'll seat down these two right here. It'll snap down in there and it'll be flush.
That joker's is flush.
This is the bare one. But just go ahead and don't worry about getting dirty. You're gonna get dirty doing this, but put some grease on your fingers. You can wear gloves. But
If this don't seal up, you got no water pressure, so it's, yeah.
Coat that ring. And that grease is also gonna give it some
A little sticky.
stickiness so that when it goes in there, makes it a lot easier, because look at that. Just like that. And it's gonna stick in there. And then to get that impeller in there, we're gonna coat a little bit on the inside.
That's not gonna hurt a daggum thing.
No, because this stuff doesn't leave it.
You know, we don't want that rubber on that raw metal right away, you know, without some kind of slick against it. Some kind of surface repellent, because you crank that joker up dry, it's gonna melt that impeller.
There's that impeller. Now with this, you're gonna notice there's your keyway hole. That's gonna go up towards you, if you notice. So what you're gonna do is just kind of slide one end in, make sure they're going the right way, and just a little bit of a bear. And go ahead and get that thing going the right way. And as you can see, it's twisting now. That's good. And now we got that keyway, because the other side of it is not going to have that keyway on top. This is the old one. Here's the keyway. On the other side, the keyway stops just short of there, so it's not an opening. So once again, Yamaha, idiot proof. Works real well. And then you got your new plate going to go down onto your gasket. Once again, it's pretty idiot proof, but you can see how it lines up just like that. If you go the opposite way, it doesn't line up. So that lines up perfect. So we know that side is going to be face up. There we go. I like to put a little bit of grease on that plate. Just coat it real lightly. Put some on those pegs.
You're spline too, Joe. Get your spline there, Josh. A little bit.
Gonna hit all around here, so everything slides in easy. Go ahead and coat that shaft a little bit. It's just good maintenance right here. Then you got your splines that go into the bottom of the power head. We'll hit those as well.
Yeah, about a decade.
Yeah. They do. They do last a decade. If you're running them constantly and take care of them.
Yeah.
And then before you go on, you got to make sure that that O-ring is in there. Because if it is not, it's a bad day once you get that thing on there and then realize that it's not done the right way. There we go. Go ahead and clean the hands up a little bit. And it comes with new bolts for the water pump housing. And once again, idiot proof. They go in, and it's got a little key locker right there.
Click, click, click.
And there we go. She's ready to go back on. We're just gonna go ahead and go in.
That's the best part.
Yeah, you're gonna have to bump it. All right, we're good.